Harish Upadhyay, who's bringing us updates. Harish is with us live. Harish, if you could just tell our audiences, you're with us live this morning. Describe the efforts that civic officials are putting in right now. I know that some rescue operations are also continuing. I'm given to understand a man who was stuck on a waterlogged road earlier this morning has been rescued by security guards. This was on the Maratha Ali Silk Board junction. But could you bring us more details about similar efforts across the city?
Well, there are efforts to ensure that people, especially who are stranded or whose apartment or houses have been completely flooded, are rescued, whether it's in the Rainbow Drive layout on Sarjapur Road, whether on the Valagere Panattur Road, where several apartment complexes have been cut off from access to the main road. We have seen boats being deployed there, tractors being deployed there, the BBMP is working there. At the same time, traffic police too doing their bit. They are trying to divert traffic, especially managing traffic on the outer ring road is becoming a huge issue. You can see it's a Monday morning nightmare for anyone traveling in Bangalore. You have absolute chaotic traffic. Two reasons here. One, parts of this outer ring road are currently, the road length has been, width has been reduced for metro work. And then the rest of it now seeing waterlogging, especially outside the eco-space world near Bengaluru. Similar scenes on Sarjapur Road, Marathali, Whitefield Main Road also is seeing heavy waterlogging. In fact, near the Forum Value Mall, we've seen a BMTC bus being pulled out of
Harish,
water from residents.
if I may just request you to stay with us. We have IT industry veteran Mohandas Pai, who's also with us right now. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Sir, it's lovely to get to hear from you, just because I know that a number of IT leaders have come out time and time again and said that this is a problem that needs to be solved once and for all in a city that is called India's IT hub. So what is your reaction, particularly to the rainfall this morning?
My reaction is one of anger and great sadness. Anger because the deep negligence by successive governments is showing up. It is not something that's happened overnight. It has happened over time. The drainage systems are blocked. They're not even clean. There is encroachment there in the Raj Kalwe. You see, what these people don't understand is Bangalore has been a city of lakes, and each lake overflows into the other. About 70% of lakes have been breached, but the balanced lakes are still there. And where it overflows and goes to another lake is called the Raja Kalwe. So when there's heavy rain once in 10 years, once in 20 years, once in 50 years, once in 100 years, if you block the Raja Kalwe, the flooding happens. And the people know about it. Government knows about it. It is there in the, survey maps. It is there in the revenue maps where the Raja Kalwe are. And it's been ignored. They've been built over. It's all the result of deep corruption, lack of governance, lack of care. Now that's why government should form a crisis group under the chief minister, monitor it. And we knew that, some 1 week back, there's going to be 5 days of heavy rain. After the last flooding, there's going to be heavy rain. So they should have formed a crisis management team in that particular area and cleaned it up and made sure that people are there. At least the flooding gets reduced. Water drains away. No, nothing has been done. Total negligence. I think the only thing left is for the chief minister to sack a few people. Because you see what is happening in Bangalore. The chief minister agrees, allocates money. The officers agree, allocates money in Vidhan Sauda. At the ground, it doesn't happen. People eat away the money. Corruption is deep-rooted, and you can see it. All those engineers and others who are responsible for that area, responsible work should be sacked. If 50, 100 people are sacked, then people will know that government is serious. Nobody obeys the government. We have a government in Karnataka where it appears that whatever instructions given by the chief minister is not obeyed on the ground. This is incredible. This is incredible. These people are not listening to the government, not taking action, not doing things. Now, that's why the chief minister has to step in. The credibility of the government is there. Because last time when flooding happened, they said they'll do something. Again, it's happened. We don't know. With another 1 week, if the heavy rains again will continue. And these are known causes. It is very sad what is happening here. Continuing negligence, no, this must stop. We need action on a war footing.
Sir, can I ask you a question? Because you've said earlier in your answer that you've also been a resident of Bangalore for years now. Sir, is this a situation that used to be better earlier and has now gotten worse, or does it just get worse?
No, it has been getting worse year by year by year. See, what is the basic problem? Problem is Bangalore is a rich city. It's a prosperous city. It's got a huge amount of jobs. All right? It's got 1 crore vehicles for a population of 1.2 crores. All right? So it is a rich city. When Bangalore is a rich city, infrastructure has to be built up, but it's been neglected. Bangalore is the second largest taxpayer in India, income tax. In Bangalore pays 60% of Karnataka's taxes. What do we get? What do we get in Bangalore? Nothing. And whatever we get is eaten away by corruption. Half of it is eaten away by corruption. It's continuing negligence, and now you see the crisis. Because if you go on neglect infrastructure, neglect all this, it will build up. You know, I must tell you this, on outer ring road, some of the greatest, biggest companies in the world are there. Any city in the world will be proud. Any government will be proud. You know, many ministers in the government, they told me, I met them, they're not even gone there to see what the place is. They don't even know the place. We had a minister for Bangalore who's never been to Outer Ring Road and Whitefield in that area. When he went there many years ago, he was shocked at the growth. So I think time for government to take action, you know, because this has to be done on a war footing, because Bangalore's reputation, India's reputation is getting spoiled. All over the world, these photos are going up. All around the world. That's why, you know, I tweeted to Prime Minister Modi also to say that this is what is happening. And I hope the government of India also shows care and takes action. See, drastic action has to be taken to make sure that people on the ground who are responsible work and if they take responsibility, otherwise they're sacked. The time for action has come.
Can I just ask you one last question? We've had a few callers call us in today and in the weeks previously, because we've been focusing on this issue for a few days now. And one of the things callers say again and again is they also want to see more civic action. They want to see residents of Bangalore out there protesting. The caller right before you, in fact, said that it's residents who don't know how to complain to the correct authorities. Do you agree there, or do you think first we need to see action from authorities?
I think we have come to a stage when all the residents of Bangalore, all the business people should march on the street. March in the street and tell the government to stop it and to act. I think we should take drastic action, show our displeasure, show our anger. And if we don't do that, I think, you know, the government will come, they'll talk to us, make promises, and they're finished. We'll all go back to our lives, it will go on. It's a lack of action. I think we should do it. Drastic action and anger should be demonstrated by citizens of Bangalore.
Sir, but
I totally agree with them.
Those who argue that the Chief Minister has too much to handle, that the city needs a development minister who's focused on the city, do you agree there?
You know, I agree. We had a Bangalore minister. Now, you see, nobody wants a Bangalore minister because he'll become powerful. You understand? See, the Chief Minister of a state cannot run a city. We don't have local corporators. We don't have elections for 2 years. It's a disaster. And, you know, some of the MLAs are extorting money. Some of the MLAs don't want elections because they've got a free reign. They're extorting. It's deep corruption. And how can the Chief Minister has to run the state? He can't be mayor of Bangalore, right? He needs a minister to run Bangalore and to take action who is there on the ground, and he needs to have good people. There is no capability in the PBNP.
Okay.
There is no capability.
Sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the city does need, according to